Okay guys, back out in the shed here at Muddy. So got you guys in the GoPro for something different. You can see one of the fenders. She's not perfect, but pretty decent old fender for an old budget build. But alright, so step one, I'm going to go ahead and organize the garage. As you can see, it is a state here at the moment. So be with you guys shortly. So this video we are going to button some stuff up, see if we can get a functional headlight, and we're going to fix the exhaust. And let's see if we can finally get this thing running, because I know you guys haven't heard it running yet. So we'll go from there. Alright, I'll be with you guys now in a moment, and we'll get this show on the road. Okay guys, so we're all half clean here. I can kind of see the floor again. So alright, I got some of this stuff is buttoned up last day. I'm going to continue on here now. I'm going to fix up all these connectors right here for the ignition switch. And then I'm going to tape up this guy, plug it in, test for spark, and then we're going to plug in the wires for the ignition switch, test for spark. And once we're happy with that and that, I'm going to go ahead and put on a headlight. So basically where I'm adding components or I'm adding things in here, I'm going to be testing for spark each time, and then that way if something kills the spark, we'll know immediately what it is. Alright guys, let's go ahead now and do that. Okay guys, still out here in the shed. Just got the battery hooked up for the time being. I got a ground there on the frame, and I got the battery hooked up. This is one of the solenoids I found. You can see it has a yellow and red, and the green with the red that I was talking about in the previous video. That's the type of solenoid should be on that bike right there. So I'm going to go ahead now. So where the battery's hooked up, I'm not really worried about electric start for the time being, because that starter motor, that needs to be swapped out. You see the positive terminal? It's pretty loose, and I tested it and it doesn't really spin. So the electrical start will need to be swapped out. But now that we got the battery hooked up, we got all these connections hooked up back here. It's still kind of ugly looking. I'm going to go ahead now and hook up the front here. So I'm going to test for spark, hook up that kill switch, test for spark, and hook up the ignition switch, test for spark. So then that way we can kind of rule things out quickly. Right now I do have spark, so I'm literally just going to plug in the ignition switch here now, and then I'm going to plug in the kill switch, like the module over right here. Alright, let's do that there now. Okay guys, so I literally just hooked up the ignition switch. This is temporary now, keep in mind. But green to green, black to black, red to red, and black and white to black and white. Test it again, and I do have spark. So now I am going to plug in this jobby and tape this up as well, because that's kind of exposed. The outer sheeting is broke. So I'll plug in that, and theoretically I should still have spark. So we're getting down there. We know the ignition switch is okay. We still have spark with everything. So let's go with there, and then I'll plug in the headlight. I think the bulb is gone in the factory headlight, so for testing purposes I will plug in an LED. But we're getting there, we're getting there. Okay, so we got that big old behemoth assembly hooked up, and we have spark again. I keep testing it, and we have spark. Perfect. That means everything should theoretically be functional, and we should be able to kill spark when we need to. So let's see if we can hook up a headlight now. Not much to that. We can see we have a connector. Green is ground, blue and yellow. One of them's high beam, the other one's low beam. I never remember. So I'll test it out now. I'm pretty sure that bulb is gone. Maybe I got a bulb there. Yeah guys, as you can see, she is a pretty strong runner. Keep in mind now that his ass needs to be clamped in place. She needs to be put up in place. Those bolts need to be tightened, so she's a little bit noisy. Like you can hear the air escaping from her. But yeah, I think she's gonna be a good little woods bike, trail bike. She's probably not gonna win no beauty pageants, but that's alright, because I don't really care about looks when it comes to bikes. If it got a dent on it, or if there's a little couple scratches on it, I actually like it more. I don't know why. I can't have perfection, because perfection usually means that it sits up on the shelf and probably don't get ridden very often. So, yeah. I think she's going to be good. I need to adjust that foot peg down, because right now I have it too close, or not the foot peg, but the foot lever. I have it too close, so you can see I try to push down on it. It just brings up solid, so she won't go down to neutral at the moment. But yeah, I'm pretty happy. We have a 250 built. Now, she's not finished, of course. We have a lot of work to do. I have to tidy up all that electrical. I have to fix up the front on her, tidy all that up, heat shrink, tape, and have it all nice and tidy. I have to get the dash lights functional. I'm not sure if there's even dash lights in here. The bulbs might be gone, because I took this off the 4-tracks, if you guys remember on the channel, and it didn't work on the 4-tracks. So the bulbs are probably shot in that. And I have to track down a reverse cable. I also need to get a foot peg for the other side. You can see I'm missing a foot peg. Yeah, missing a foot peg. This is us going in place here now. But I'll show you how funny this stuff is. So we're buying big red parts. I tried to get a right foot peg. A fella wanted $50. Kept looking around, and guess what? I have a big red 250 frame that's in relatively good shape. Okay set of forks, fork lowers, and 2 good foot pegs. Got that for $50, the whole thing. So buying big red parts is kind of funny sometimes. You buy more for cheaper, usually how it goes. You buy one little thing and it's a fortune. Yeah, guys, she's coming along. I have to clean up all the oil that spilled the last day. Kind of looks like a mess out here, but at least she runs. I have a good strong runner. See how much I can get buttoned up now, and then who knows, maybe we'll do a few donuts on this thing. See what she's like in the snow compared to the big girl. Alright guys, let's go ahead now, get the exhaust all put in place, and mess with the headlight and all that stuff. So guys, I was kind of just testing my little test light I got, a really old-fashioned one. Kind of figured out my headlight that wouldn't work anyways. It's because I got this over on the ground. I have no power. So I think that has something to do with these little accessory pieces. Like you can see the brown with black, and this black, because watch this. You can see the black is the switch power. You turn the key off. So I'm gonna have to look at that diagram now, because I think that's what's going on. Because even if I plug the headlight in here, there should be a switch power connected that's going to power up that headlight. So I think that's what's going on. I have some type of issue there I'm not aware of at the moment, but that's alright. I will figure that out. It's a fun thing about working on something new anyways. You get to learn all the extra details, because if it don't work... Now, another thing I noticed, I was kind of not sure what harnesses I got. It seems like I actually have an 86 harness, because that connector there for the headlight, you see how it's a 3-prong like bridge connector? That's what I got right here on this harness. So that makes sense. So I have to see what's going on, because I think you see these 15 amp fuses, the stuff that normally sits right here. I don't really have any good bike to go off, so I'm just figuring it out on the diagrams, because this one here is a nightmare. I'm not even looking at this bike, because this is his own can of worms right here. I'm gonna go through this. Some reason all these old big reds, they tend to be neglected and just hacked apart. I don't know why people does that. Like I guess it'd get you out of a jam, but it kind of sucks for the next guy like myself trying to figure things out here. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead now. I think it has to do with the black. You can see how coming over right here, we look at the rectifier regulator. So we have a red and black over here, and a dark green. Dark green we know is ground. You can see the black's coming over here, and it's going into a fuse. Coming from the fuse, it has to power up those neutral light and reverse. It looks like, let's see, it goes off in the accessory. No. Alright, I'll figure it out, boys. Leave it with me. We'll see if we get a functional headlight before the day's out. So the beauty about this stuff, I basically stumped myself, and I just sat down for maybe 2 minutes. So this is what I was not putting on. I didn't think it was necessary, but apparently is. So as we discovered, the black is a switch power. You turn the key, you get a 12 volts power right away. That feeds into a fuse. The other side feeds into brown with black, because that is how the headlights are powered. They're powered off that main black wire, and that's this part of the circuit. So Makes sense. And this other one, as we can see, the pink, based off the diagram, that goes to accessory. And once again, you see how like the black wire comes up, it does like a loop thing, comes down here and goes to your electric connector. So that's all that is. So that's cool because I actually have like a factory connector over there, so I can probably run like a aftermarket spotlight and kind of make it look like a real deal. But now since this is connected, I'm willing to bet we are going to have power right here. So let's check out here. Now, take you guys along. Try to do this one hand here now. We should theoretically have power here. No? Okay, well, I'm checking the ground. Nothing there, nothing there. Turn this on. No, no power yet. Alright, we'll try it again. Okay guys, I almost lost my confidence in myself. I was like, what in the world is going on? This jobby, the fuse is gone. Because I unplugged it, I plugged the brown and black right into black and bypassed the fuse temporarily just for testing purposes. It will go back, but the fuse is gone. But watch, there you go, we have power at our lights. And theoretically, if these have good bulbs and I put it in either neutral or reverse, they should light up. Right now I still have to move the foot shifter because I can't put it back to neutral. No big deal. But that's it, boys. First time working on 250 Big Red in terms of electrical, and now I have it all figured out. So perfect. These little wire diagrams, best spot to get one is Tree Wheel World. Can you see that? Tree Wheeler World. They have really easy to follow diagrams, and if you're ever stuck, just drop me a comment down below. I will do my best to help you out. I like troubleshooting and trying to figure things out. But yeah, we officially have spark. We have power up to the front. We have power down to the back down there with the tail lights. So the electrical, in my mind, is done. It's just buttoning it up, and like, he knows how that goes. A couple days out here picking it now and there, and she'll be good to go there. So yeah, move the shifter, fix the exhaust, put on a foot peg, and we have this girl halfway to the races. So you can see over here on top of the bike, my buddy got one of the fenders painted. She's broke on the bottom, but that's alright, no big deal. The other one, it's here somewhere. Oh, it's over on the floor. So the other fender, you guys will see, I picked up a little tool. We're going to go ahead and like plastic weld the fender, and I'm going to paint it over just so I have a fender for the other side. But we're well on our way. We almost have a fully running bike. Well, we do have a running bike, but we almost have a completed bike. I'm going to keep picking at it here and there. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time at it now recently, so I'm going to be doing a few ride videos and getting the garage tidied up. But yeah guys, I am pretty pumped. So now I fully understand all the 200 bikes, and now I understand the 250s, and makes sense. So hopefully this video might even help someone if they're troubleshooting. Between this one and the last video I just put up on the channel, how to get spark back, this should help with your headlights as well, because I just figured out how the headlights work on this thing. But yeah, makes sense. And it's going to be good because this old rust bucket over here, she's going to be restored back to factory. Like she's going to be my clean 250. This one's going to be the Woodsmobile that takes on trails. This one's going to be the one that looks like it's mint, hopefully. So she has a lot of issues herself. But you'll see this one in the channel getting built eventually, maybe later in the spring or whatever, when I get time. Alright guys, quick little update. Hope you're all doing well. Thanks for joining, and thanks for stopping by. I always appreciate the support, and if you are new to the channel, just give me a like and a thumbs up, and I appreciate it highly. Alright guys, see you later. Take care. Muddy is out.
I've been dreaming on in my head like I've seen it. A life worth living is a life with meaning. I'll do what I love till my heart stops beating. I'm feeding this demon. Got a taste, can't erase bitterness in my face. Work a job every day till your dreams fade away. Like a card, never change, play the game that we say. I need a break. And I'm staying strong, need to move on to be what I want. I'll keep dreaming on. And I'm staying strong, need to move on to be what I want. I'll keep dreaming.